Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Why I Meditate podcast. I am your host, Mr. Antwan Adams, and welcome back. It has been quite a while since the last time I spoke with you all. Hope everyone is doing wonderful on this beautiful 2024 Christmas Eve. I just wanted to, this is very impromptu, first of all, okay? Because although I had planned, quote unquote, planned a return, it definitely wasn't like this. I'm literally in my robe, underneath my work clothes, because obviously I just got off for work. So we'll get right into it. First of all, thank you for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe to the podcast. The description box has all the ways you can connect with the Why I Meditate podcast, including streaming the audio version on your favorite podcast platform. And obviously, this is also the first video podcast episode for Why I Meditate podcast. 2 years ago was actually our last time speaking with one another, and it has been quite an extensive break. So I'll get right into it. For those who may not know, I am Antwan. I am a licensed master of social work with a specialty in health and mental health. And for the past almost 10 years, I've been working to various capacities in mental health and medical social work, whether that's psychotherapy, one-on-one individual counseling, clinical therapy, working in the actual FQHC, doctor's office, or hospital setting. That's been what primarily my work has been. As you all know, I am a mindfulness and meditation leader. That's also a specialty of mine as a social worker, but if you are new to the channel, I share and I will continue to always share how much mindfulness saved my life as a human being, as a Black man in this country, right? So yeah, we're here. This channel is all about providing basic tips on how we can incorporate mindfulness into our everyday lives, moment by moment, living mindful moment by mindful moment, thinking as if our life depended on it, observing our thoughts, observing our feelings, all that good mindfulness stuff. So this is the Why I Meditate podcast. So we'll jump right into it. The break, we'll start there. So the break was due to losing my baby sister. So for those of you who may or may not know, I lost my baby sister. Well, let's back up. So I lost my baby sister in 2023, March 5th. But prior to that, in September, where I had planned to launch, I believe we were on season 3 at that time, I had some other technical issues going on. My computer broke, and that just really crushed my ambition. I was also going through a grief due to a very important relationship at the time in my life. This is 2022 ending, and then boom, March comes around. It's 2023. My sister, for those of you who may not know, was tragically murdered on March 5th, 2023 due to domestic violence. And we'll get into all that later. However, we're here today because I just felt this inkling, even in real time, to start again, begin again. And that's, something that has been just weighing heavy on me this past couple of weeks. It's especially kind of getting back into, not even back into, I would actually say just adjusting to this change, this major change in my life, and the emotions of grief that are ongoing. And becoming comfortable with this new normalcy of my sister not being on the earth realm. A lot of stuff surrounding that, which again at some point we'll get into, but I just had this inkling like, okay, Antwan, I think the time is now. Like intuitively, I felt like the time is now to start what I was working on and what I was working building, and especially here with the Why I Meditate podcast. Like, again, meditation and mindfulness is a very important part of my life, and I just felt like it was time. And that's what I want to encourage you all. Like, I was just having a conversation with my god brother the other day, yesterday in fact, and we were just talking about the hardships of life, the trials and the tribulations, right? And I just, in conversing with him, I'm like, well, bro, I think the most important thing for us is to equip ourselves, that day-to-day maintenance of grounding, deep breathing, meditating, staying present in each moment. Because I think that's how we not only cultivate internal peace, but it's like spiritual preparedness, if you will, because shit's gonna happen. I never would have planned in a million years that, not even planned, thought of, like, that I at 30 would be burying my baby sister, someone who I revered, respected, and loved so much, someone who was an extreme supporter since we were kids. Like, so this past year, in recovering and trying to recover from that and going through the phases of grief, I had this new level of awareness, like, okay, Antwan, like, shit is going to happen, the unfortunate is going to happen, the unexpected, the unplanned is going to happen. That's a part of life. So the beautiful part is having, being on this journey of mindfulness this past 8 year journey, right? I feel like my mindful muscle has definitely increased because of the practice, because of the time spent in educating myself through literature and academia on just the scientific principles of mindfulness, but not only that, in real time practicing, every single day, like from the time I wake up to moments throughout the day to before bed, like literally setting aside intentional time to just breathe, to journal, to just be, to candle gaze, to go for a walk, and all of those mindful practices and mindfulness practices. So I realized that it wasn't in vain, and in fact it was one of the things that probably aided to me being here now. Realizing that I'm not defeated by this, like knowing that, not just realizing that, but knowing that because of the journey thus far and the practice this far. So I encourage whomever you are watching or listening to this to make a conscious decision to start again right where you are, with whatever you have, with whatever experiences that may have happened. Know that the Creator, Yeshua, loves us so much that we have new opportunities each moment to begin again, to start again, to regroup, despite the challenges and the trials and the tribulations and the setbacks that life may present to us at any given time, because that's going to continue. So I encourage you all to, again, begin again. Like, choose to begin again. Like, take full advantage of this present moment. Like, let this be your push to say no with exactly what I have, with exactly who I am. Like, I'm going to keep moving forward. There was a quote one of my mentors sent me in closing that said, In order to keep your balance, you have to keep moving forward. You know, you have to, and it's a conscious choice to say, okay, I'm going to take it step by step forward towards where I'm headed, towards my desires, towards the life I want to co-create with the creator in the universe. Like, I'm going to walk towards that. And I always say that, you know, life will sometimes either very intentionally, by way of us not resisting the progress and the process, life will sometimes present to a situation that makes us exercise who we are desiring to become. I always say that also, that affirmations will make you, or, you know, affirmations will be like, okay, show me. You know, I am peace is an affirmation I used to always say. And I feel like this past 2 years, life has been like, okay, show me. Show me how peaceful you can be and will be in face of the reality that your baby sister was beaten to death. Show me how much self-care, show me how much self-love that you will exude to still choose to muster up the strength to take it one day at a time through the grief. So I encourage you, my brother, my sister, to choose now to keep going. Start wherever you are with whatever you have. You already have the tools. Know that you are enough. Know that you are enough just as you are right now. Like, you don't have to wait to be have the better skin or the best equipment or lose 50 pounds. Like, you are enough just as you are now. Start. You know, time is literally of the essence, especially now in our current climate. Like, there was a moment today that really empowered me to continue to take advantage of each moment that we're given. I received a referral for a patient to help facilitate a hospice referral from one of the doctors I work with, and I did that. And in the moment, I was rushing to do it because he did express there was some urgency behind it, and I was like rushing to do it, and it went through. The company got it, was en route to facilitate, you know, meeting with the family. And later on, as the day was concluding, maybe an hour ago, I was checking my emails, and I got an email from the company stating that the patient transitioned the moment the nurse got to the home. And that was just a reminder for me, like, wow, just the how it's such a duty of us, it's such a duty for us, not just for us, but it's like, it's mandatory that we appreciate and ground ourselves in each moment and stay in each moment, not get caught up in the past or the future, but stay in each moment and choose each moment to begin again. Any moment, you know, life can be gone from us, our loved ones. Like, we're not promised the next millisecond. So start now, choose now. You are enough. And let me be a physical representation of that. Like, even in, you know, when I got the spiritual nudge to do this video, I was like, I'm not prepared. I wanted to plan a date to roll it out, and I don't have a haircut, and I got my robe on and my work clothes, like my skin is sweaty, all of this. And I'm like, child, if you don't press to record and just go, just do it. And until next time, remember to breathe. Any time something stressful arises, or some temptation arises, or anything that may trigger you, just remember to breathe. There's power in your breath. Without breath, there's no life. So just remember, Belly breathe. And it'll be okay. And until next time, I love you. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. I look forward to connecting with you all. And I'm out. Take care.